Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I just recently lost my job a couple months ago. My job I was making $80,000 at. My new job I only make at a max $25,000 a year.
You went from 80,000 to 24?
Yes.
Why?
I was a truck driver. I was on the road a lot, and my daughter just turned a year old, and I'd rather be at home with her and my wife than be on the road 8 hours a week.
Yeah, but what's the $24,000 job you just took?
It's at a automotive collision repair.
Yeah, you can drive in-town CDL and make a whole lot more than that.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's going on? You just acknowledged that. You know that. Drivers are in huge demand. You've got incredible qualifications, and you just said, yeah. What's going on?
It's not something that I love to do. I was miserable.
Doesn't matter, brother. Right now, you can't take that big of a hit. What's that going to do to your
$24,000 a year, man.
Yeah,
you just moved to poverty level.
That's right. Have you run the numbers on what that's going to actually mean?
No.
Yeah, you're starving to death. That's why you're calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have an income problem. Okay. So you first you said you lost your job.
Yes.
Did you get fired?
I did get fired.
Why?
The company that I was at has a point system, and you have so many collisions or drop trailers. One was a mechanical problem, but it still went to my points, and the other one was a collision.
Okay. So is that going to keep you from getting another CDL position?
No.
Did you get hurt in the collision, or did someone get hurt in the collision?
No, sir. It was in the parking lot, a parked car.
Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, was your confidence rattled?
My confidence was not that rattled. It was a freak accident, honestly.
Okay. I mean, so that's why they call them accidents. I'm fine with that. I got no issue with that. What I'm trying to, so you're not afraid to drive a truck?
No.
And you think you're capable of driving a truck, and you could make $60,000 in town, and instead you're making 24 schlepping parts, and be home every night. You do know that, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you do know that's what CDL drivers make with in-town routes, right?
It is.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I upgraded from one of those at that company.
So, Christian, let me tell you why I think you've got to take this option. Well, it's a viable option. This is not long term, but it will stabilize you while you figure out what the next is.
Well, let me ask you this too. Let's stop a second. Let me pan back 3 more steps. How old are you?
28.
Okay. So what do you want to be doing when you're 38 that makes $100,000 a year?
What I'm doing right now.
What you're doing right now doesn't make $100,000 a year, dude. You make 24. Right. There is no path to 100.
Well, I'm detailing cars, and I would like to start my own business, and that's where I would like to get to.
Okay, I thought you said you worked at an auto parts store.
Yes, sir. Not a store, a collision center.
Oh, okay. So you detail them once they're done.
So you're washing cars in a collision center?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so let's talk that out. So if that's the path to one day owning your own detail business, you have to make more money and get out of debt and get free of all of the junk that comes with the debt, and then we can start taking steps to starting your own business down the line. But you working in this current job in detailing,
do you know how to detail a car now?
I'm sorry?
Do you know how to detail a car now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's what I was doing.
So if I hired you to come to my house and gave you the equipment, you could detail my car, and you could charge me $135, right?
You wouldn't have to give me the equipment. I've got the equipment.
Okay. Why aren't you doing that then?
I am doing that on the side, but the demand on where I live outside of Lexington is not that great, and there are many companies that detail cars in Lexington that people would rather go to.
Okay, so we have a bad business idea. The market where you live doesn't support this now or probably in the future, correct?
Yes.
All right. So we've got to have some gumption here. We've got to say, okay, what do I love about detailing? What gives you that joy about the detailing process?
I love working with the customer and seeing them happy with a completely brand new looking car.
Okay, great. So here's what you've got to do. You've got to start thinking, how can I meet people everyday life and do something for them that makes them really, really happy? That could be in the trades, my friend. And the trades, there is a huge need right now. You've got to start looking at what you can do that still brings you enjoyment. And so this could be plumbing, electrician. You could get into construction. Let me tell you this. There's also manufacturing jobs right now all across this country where you could potentially be working with customers and doing something for them, because you didn't say it was about the car so much as about doing something, making it look something good and hand it off to somebody and they get excited about it. You've got to start channeling that and realize what your opportunity is. And here's what I like about you. You want to work for yourself one day. That's great. And I think the trades are where you need to be looking, because there's a greater market for you in and around Lexington, Kentucky than this detailing business.
Okay, so here's a couple of things I do know. All right. I do know you're starving to death. Mm-hmm. Your current job sucks. I'm 100% sure your family is in jeopardy. You went from 80K to 24K, and you called us because you can't pay your bills and you're scared. So we're trying to help you with that. And, dude, you need to go get something else and make some more money on a temporary basis while you get some business idea up and running. If it's not this one, it's another one. But I can tell you this. Anytime you're doing something with your hands, like car detailing or building decks or working in the trades, if you show up on time, do what you said you were going to do every single time, you can charge almost anything you want, and there really is no competition, because most people can't even seem to get there.
Right. Well, we aren't starving to death. When I had that job, we were living on way less than we made. But what we made went into 2 vehicles that we can still afford, but don't want to.
No, you can't afford them. You're broke. You don't make any money. You need to get a different position, son. Your income is your crisis, and it's because if you've got the equipment, you either need to get that equipment and haul your butt over to Lexington and get some cars washed and get your income going, or you need to go take a job driving CDL inside. Your family's depending on you. You got about 20 minutes. Ready, set, go. Now. Your analysis of going from 80 to 24, and I'm going in the pressure washing business, the car detailing business, but I really can't do much because I live out in the country, is bullcrap. It's killing you. It's killing you. You need a new set of eyes on this, and you need to get in gear and make some money for the next 1.5 to 2 years and get the wolf away from the door, get these stupid cars sold, and then you can start making some adjustments long-term in your career. And you can either go one of the directions Ken said, or you can go beat the competition in Louisville and say, well, I don't drive over the road 80 hours, but I do drive Lexington. I do drive to Lexington. Or we load up our butts and we move to Lexington, where the business can prosper. One of the two. We can't make it out in the country. We're moving to town, boys and girls. Here we go. This is what you do. You make your family work by working. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.